Welcome to Shreveport, Louisiana, home to the 11th oldest bowl game in college football, the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Golden Gophers offense takes the field. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
No return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. The Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They'll try to pop the draw, and this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Bears will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse. Catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bears will hustle to the line. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they're giving it to the tight end. And the Golden Gophers have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get there.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He's got great speed. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. The give to the tailback. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
It's caught downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Segal. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's caught. It's Flores. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Bears will move the sticks. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Line getting set on second down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's got him in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Moving out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Takes it from the gun on third down. They're bringing heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fielded in the end zone, it's Siegel. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Fires to the tight end. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went.
Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He wants to pass it on second down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll go back to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Bears want to move quickly. Here's the handoff. Tough sledding there as he picks up one to the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Bears look to keep this drive humming. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays. And you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Handoff from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. The throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quick strike complete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Sometimes it just takes an offense a little while to settle into the game, and David, it seems like they have here in the 2nd.
No doubt, you get those nerves out, you get a few of those hits in, everybody starts to get a little bit of rhythm, and now you start to see it, Palmer. They're starting to put some points on the board.
Yeah, they're lathered up, I think, on the field. I think the play caller has also gotten himself into a bit of a rhythm here, too.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Flores. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got room at the 35. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the Bears are in the red zone. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Now adjusting. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking to throw. Makes the catch and knocked down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. First snap in the red zone on this drive. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Mancuso. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Here comes the offense on second down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, I myself have been in Shreveport to call the Independence Bowl. What a fantastic experience, and we've had ourselves a fun first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Independence Bowl.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
The give to the left side. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off-play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On second down, just keeps firing. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Power football with the run. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Now on first down from the 28. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. Wide out in motion. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. This time it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. A little screen to the running back.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up fourth down.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Thrust that arm out. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Makes the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And now on second down for this offense. Gives it to the back on the draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Bears send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Finds his tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Golden Gophers get enough to move the chains. First down for this offense. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
That's caught. It's Seagal. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got it.
And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a 1st down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Off the boot, looking for his man. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll try the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. He's got it on the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the 1st down here. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll try to get it through the air. Getting some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And they It's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Minnesota!
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Slips away. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
A lot of things had to happen for this offense to get back in the game, but how about the defense? The defense said, no, sir. We're going to end this one right now. Makes the big play, gets the safety. Not only they score points, they get the football back, and the clock is on this side. The defense just ended this football game.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackle. The discard, and he's running free. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Going up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that we're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.